In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create workflows in Odoo. To get started, open Odoo and navigate to the specific document view where you want the workflow to apply, such as CRM. This first step is important because workflows in Odoo are usually tied to a particular app, model, or record type. In other words, you want to begin in the area where the automation will actually be used. If you're working with leads, for example, CRM is the right place to start. If you're working with another process, simply open the relevant module before moving on. Once you're in the correct view, click the Toggle Studio icon. This opens Odoo Studio, which is where you can customize behavior and build automations without needing to manually code everything. If you're new to Studio, think of it as the control center for modifying how your app works behind the scenes. Opening it from the correct page helps make sure you're creating the workflow in the right context. After Studio is open, go to the top menu and click Automations. This is the section where Odoo allows you to define workflow rules that can run automatically based on certain events. Automations are especially useful when you want to reduce repetitive tasks, standardize a process, or make sure important actions happen consistently every time. Next, click New to start a clean workflow setup. This gives you a fresh automation rule that you can configure from scratch. Starting with a new rule is helpful because it lets you clearly define exactly what should happen, when it should happen, and under what circumstances. From there, set the event that starts the workflow. This is the trigger for your automation. For example, the workflow might begin when a record is created, updated, or reaches a certain stage. Choosing the right event is one of the most important parts of the setup because it determines the exact moment your automation begins to run. After selecting the event, set specific conditions so the workflow only triggers under certain parameters. This helps prevent the automation from running too broadly. Conditions act like filters, allowing the workflow to respond only when the record matches the rules you define. This is especially useful when you want the automation to apply only to certain statuses, categories, or scenarios within your process. Finally, set the actions by choosing what should happen automatically. This is the outcome of the workflow, such as updating a field, sending a notification, or performing another automated task inside Odoo. Make sure the action matches the trigger and conditions you set earlier so the whole workflow behaves exactly as intended. And that's how to create workflows in Odoo. Once everything is configured, review your setup carefully to make sure the logic flows correctly from trigger to condition to action.